I'm going to download some different kind of streaming software. Someone shouted out to me that NVIDIA Broadcaster might be a better piece of software than Elgato's crappy camera hub that I'm using right now. So I might give that a try, because why would it constantly, even if I switch scenes in Streamlabs, why would it change camera settings? That just makes no sense. Nevertheless, welcome everyone. It's my day off from work, or at least my half day off from work, and I've been working on the game a little bit. I first didn't really want to stream, or at least I thought, you know what, let me just not stream. But then I figured, you know what, it doesn't really matter if I'm working on the game anyway. Let's just stream. So today we are working on the last level, which is the scrapyard, which is, if you remember, this whole thing. I am, however, going to cut it up in, I think, 2 pieces. So there even is a bridge over here, but I think I'm going to cut it up. I cannot see the chat right now, which is annoying. Well, let me work that up. So I'm going to cut it up somewhere. I think, yeah, well, somewhere here, I think. So have all this be a separate level from this, simply because the reason I think otherwise having all this junk might be a bit too much. Maybe I'll just make it and see how well that goes over. Let me show you what I have up until now. Let me make this thing a bit bigger. So we are in the scrapyard. Let me turn on some audio. All right, so I have some new things here. I did not make any, well, I made some adjustment to the code. Hey, good morning, Christopher. I guess good morning, since you're saying start of the day. Here it is 1:30 in the afternoon, but glad you're back here. So what I was saying, I did adjust the code somewhat because it wasn't really working, but what these things are, they are magnetic platforms. So they hover back and forth, and there's some puzzle elements. As you can see, this one sort of has blue and red colors. And as you can see, that one sort of triggers both. This one only triggers that one. But in any case, you can get on these. I did just now adjust the code for the missiles, because the missiles were missing me. So basically what was happening, if I would stand over here, this bombardier drone couldn't hit me because the missiles... So basically what was happening was well, not really funny, but since I was standing over here and the drone sort of had its base at this point, so higher than the player, the missile would sort of stay within this plane of the drone, so it could actually never hit Carly if she was standing lower, and the same was the other way around if it was standing higher. Now that never really came up in the previous levels where I used the drone, so that is basically the reason why I didn't catch that earlier. But here it became a problem, and I really like the idea of having the drone over there, and now the system just works much better. Alright, can I actually go over here? Oh yeah, I did not put a wall up there. I should put a wall up there, because this, you sort of glide down, then you get over here. Now here, in this area here, there is supposed to be a new enemy, which I did not make yet, and I'm not going to make in this stream, because in this stream I just want to build out the level. Here we have another puzzle, so we need to go this way, but we can't because this platform is down. So we have, of course, this lever, but now what happens is this one goes down. So you need to switch it, but then you can find another one here, which is actually not that hidden away. Then you could go all the way back there. And now, you should be able to go here, but there's a secret. There's a collectible over here, but it also has 2 platforms. So what you can do is you can trigger this one again, then basically everything will go down. Then you can get here to the cart. Then you can flip it again, and now you can make your way over to this area, which does not exist yet. And we're going to make 7:30. Oh, you're from Canada. Oh, that is awesome. 7:30. No, yeah. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours early. Wow. All right, let's get into it. So basically what I've done is I have made some building blocks and some things again with some hills and some stuff. I've used your idea, Christopher, right over here to make this a tunnel. Which is, oh man, still love that idea. All right, let's make the next section, which I believe takes us to sort of the big yard with the crane. Oh, we might need to make the crane. That's gonna be a lot of work. I actually feel like we could use like the wooden crane here and stuff like that. And then add some more stuff in there. Oh, I can see we shifted a bit. So the idea was to get in here, and then you have to get through this door. Now I made this section right here, which I don't think we need to do like this. I think we can just make it sort of as such. That makes a lot more sense. I think art-wise it might be even cooler to do it like that. Nope, did not want to press play. What happened there? Oh, yeah, I have the gray box open. The gray box basically has all sorts of weird stuff in it. So I want to copy this steep platform. I think I'm gonna make a completely new section for this. Section 3, the crane, not the train yard, but I'll call it the crane yard. Move this one to the center, then let's move this one out. The crane yard center should be somewhere around there, right? Walls and floors. I think for this I'm going to copy just a regular flat floor. Ooh, if that's the center, I'm not sure. I think it should be a bit more somewhere around here. Oh no. Let's take the floor. Let's keep this one about water height, something like that. Okay, so we have these platforms. It's a bit of a shame that you can't see if I have this turned off. So from this platform I need to be able to jump on top of this. So what I think is that I should move a bit closer, but then I need to, there's like a wall there, I can hide that. That is given that it should be somewhat. Oh, that's actually much, much lower than I figured. Much, much lower. Like so, but I do, well, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't necessarily have to go over there. I like the idea of the courtyard being a bit more up. Something like this. Let's see what's going to happen. Because I actually wonder. Yeah. It's looks a bit dodgy right now. Could I go from here? Up on this? No. I do think I slide off here. Yeah, so that's fine. That is fine. I might actually just put this like right on the corner here. You would still be able to see. Oh wait, let me get this straight. Somewhat like so. Might actually want to rotate this a bit. Maybe the other way, just for visual interest. Let's have it like so. Would that still work? I think so, right? This looks a bit weird. There's also supposed to be like a battle on top of here. Don't necessarily like the fact that it's rotated. I'm not gonna do that. It also looks a bit weird with the bump. Bump, 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 bump. I also feel that this magnetic platform might just be why Unity? It should be turned over a bit weird. So I might get it like that. That might be better. Now, doing stuff like this will definitely help. And I think I'm just gonna post like a giant wall over here so that you can never leave. It's like Hotel California. So let me hit a wall with a box collider. I know I have said that I'm not necessarily a big fan of invisible walls, and I'm not. But you know, in some cases, it's just the only way. You can actually go like this, so you can jump off there, if you like to jump to your death. So you can actually jump to your death here, but then once you get here, you basically cannot go there. I might actually add like a fence there eventually. And what I'll definitely add is an automatic checkpoint here. Something I was thinking about doing is making some code. No, I'll just do like this. I was gonna say I would love to make some code to run through automatic checkpoints, so you can just basically teleport between them. But I believe now I'm spawning here, so that's fine. I can also, like in my game manager, set the starting checkpoint. I just have to remember to put that back to the original spawn point. And it will definitely need a cool sound if you slide off something. Alright, so this is pretty dope. You now have a lot of area and a lot of land to play with. So if we go back to the original gray box, so the main thing of this area was this giant crane in the middle. And this giant crane basically moved from one side to the other side of the level. And there are two pieces. There's one piece up here and one another piece up there, and that is used to open this giant door. So what I think I want to do is I want to make a giant door with like a cog system of some sort, and then you just need to grab two cogs which are over there, which you can use to repair the door in turn. But of course you have to do some fighting here, and of course you have to operate this huge ass crane. Are we gonna make a huge ass crane? I'm not even sure how I wanna. Giant construction crane. Giant? No, giant. Check it out. So I have some sort of resemblance of this, but I'd like it to be. Oh, that's epic. Now that's a giant crane. That is a giant crane. That's pretty dope. Stuff like this is also pretty dope. But you have to like, that's the thing, right? You have to like walk over top of the thing. So what I actually want to do is I have two things. I have like a wooden crane. Yeah. So I have like this one, and I have like a crane. Yeah. So I have like these two. So this is sort of the general style. Well, basically. So this is basically sort of the general style and feel of the game. I should really get a glass here. Do we have a glass? Looking like a bum drinking from the bottle. Wait a second. That's some dusty ass glass. It's from my whiskey bar, which is unfortunately also collecting dust since I stopped drinking. But hey, cheers. Yeah, so this is sort of the feel. I have a feeling that it should be somewhere in between these two. What I really liked was the fact that it sort of had these stairs around it. But I love like a base design like this. Let's just, you know what? Let's just make a giant crane, everyone. And you know what? We're not gonna sketch it. We're not gonna, plan it out. We're just gonna go for it. We're just gonna go for it. That's the way I like to do stuff. Giant crane. Sometimes that's just the way I like to do stuff nowadays. Not plan too much, just go for it. Just experiment in 3D, make some changes if needed. Does this actually reset the shape? Alright, so it's about 25 by 25, which makes sense. So I'm going to make a base. A base, which is a block that is 25, if you please. 25 by 25. Let's make it 24 then, because that is sort of my entire game structure set up like. It's like 12. It's like in sixes. So it's like 12, 18, 24, 32, 36. Yeah. All right. So we want to make like a giant concrete like base. Let's see. How did I? Oh yeah, so the idea was that it sort of was broken. This actually makes no sense to do it like that. So I would like to have like a platform around it. That would be pretty dope. And then from there, yeah, so that's how I'm gonna do it. I already know how I'm going to do it. And I think what I might actually do is build it up out of separate things. And with separate things, I mean separate parts. My brain is fried, I'm noticing. So sort of like this. Let this be like the GC, Giant Crane base. Do I want to texture this thing right away? No, that doesn't necessarily matter. What I do want to do, is I want to import then from the art assets, from the tunnel, the model, platforms. I would like to import one of these platforms. Ooh, they're pretty freaking huge. Ooh, that does not work at all for that. Alright, so I'm gonna make a new platform, so I'm not going to do that. So I'm gonna take another cube. I'm gonna make that, well, first of all, 24 by 24. That should give me something like that. Oh, you know what? I might actually still wanna have this platform, just so I can sort of gauge the height and stuff. Somewhat like so. And then I actually want to increase the yeah, I shouldn't have done it like that. So I want to grow it either, yeah, so I want to make it 12, right? So 36 by 36, that should give me like a 6 unit overhang, which is about half of this, I think. Oh, this one is 18. Ah, so that makes sense. So it is a lot bigger. Well, but then maybe I should add 4. 18 is 9. So could have like 3. Oh. Well, then just round it out. Why not? And it doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense. All right. Should also take that one. And I know there's probably all better ways to do this. No, I did actually not want to add a cube, but a plane. I'm gonna do it like that. No, on the plane, please. Can I not? Because what I want to do is have some fun. Actually cut out a hole from this to have some steps leading into it. Oh, not that one, just those. Yeah, so that's good. Ooh, ooh. Thank you. I might actually want to misuse this a bit. that. Sort of give this a little bit more edge. I think what I also want to do is, like in the platform, Wait, what? Why is it growing? Why is it Why is it growing either way? That sucks. Why is it not growing like that? Well, in any case, wow. And the railing I'll copy from the other. So now you would actually have a pretty cool thing. Now let me create some super fast stairs. And these stairs actually do not need to work. Because I think I might actually... I also don't need those faces. What I think I'll do is I did at some point in my game, if you all like to remember, have actual stair climbing. Whoa. But not anymore. So I am also most definitely not going to add that back in again, because that brought me so much grief. Having climbable stairs, just... Huh? Oh, it basically only copied the... Wow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do like the same I did in the Tidewatch Outpost. If you want to climb like the watchtower, just have like an interactable object here at the bottom, and then just say, hey, you want to interact with it, and if you do, then you automatically climb up. Sometimes, you know, you just gotta do stuff like that. Sometimes you want to build intricate systems, and sometimes you just want to make stuff that works. Something like this. So now I have like a ladder to get on top of this. That is looking pretty cool. What is this? Oh, that's like the base. Yeah, it should just go in there. Shall we texture it right away? But what if you want to change something? Oh, well, whatever. Let me just texture it right away. All right. First, start with all the steps and all these things. I will just do it really easily. I would love for these to have sort of a refined edge that I have in most of my things. Huh. Who would have thought? Looks pretty dope. That looks pretty dope. This thing should actually be stone. No, it should be like a random, so I can make it like stone. Assign. No, just this one, please. Why doesn't it switch? Sometimes it just doesn't switch texture. I'm not really sure why. Let's give it a bit of a texture one. I can make that one. This can be also metal. It can be like a different kind of metal. And this thing right here, without this, can also be metal. But it can be an even different kind of color metal. Then this thing and this thing can also be metal, but let's have those be the same. I kind of like the idea of these things having an edge on them, but I will need to shrink the inside edges. That is fine. Then this thing, it should be a fence, I believe. Do I have that here? I can just make it random for now. That is fine. But what I must do is do like that, because otherwise it won't line up. So then we have that one, that one, that one. Oh, we have these bars. They could be a different metal as well. It could just be super easy. All right. That is how easy things can be. And then the crane on top will just make something like wood or something. Giant Scrapland. Scraplands model. Giant crane. I'll put that in props. That doesn't work. Oh well. Scraplands. No. Prop. Giant crane. Base. Make that a basic prop. Go to Unity. I'll hide the gray box. Oh yeah, these can go. Then in this section, I'm just gonna say grid and empty. Interactive elements, the folder in which all my interactive elements go. Giant crane. So I should have a giant crane base here, yes. For now, this is fine. It should be flipped over though. So this base will not move. So let's see if we did this right. Let's say I want a dark on this, a light on this. Leave it on orange. No, let's do it dark. Why the first time? Whatever. Oh, I should do plaster. That's what I should do for this. This base should not do random. I actually don't have a plaster one. Do I have like a concrete? Gray concrete, no bricks. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. All right. Metal dark, ultra dark. Then we should have a fence. Metal fence material. Ooh, that might actually be a bit. Oh, those are the lol. Huh? Are those the same? Let's see. Fence. Oh, wow. How did I go about that? Huh? Oh, these are metal 1. I thought I said random. Right. I guess I didn't. I guess I didn't. But then we can straight away get into this thing and then just, since this is a tileable texture, I can make it a bit bigger. And now the fence texture should be smaller. Don't know why that changed, but wait, is that now the same? No frickin' way. What? I made that random, right? This random. Select. That selects that one. This random. Oh, but it's the same. Ah, like so. Assign. They have the same name, so it's the same material. Okay, I get it. I get it. I know, my thing's becoming a bit messy. So that should be ultra dark. Then this can be light. Ooh, maybe it should just make it normal. And then these can also be dark. Am I missing like a band in the middle? Perhaps. Nevertheless, I do like it. I will add a mesh collider to this. Might be a bit of a shame. And then let's set up the transportation thing. I don't know if I have it baked in the lighthouse. No. Let's steal it from there so we don't have to rework everything. Here in the lighthouse, ooh, we have 2 in-game teleporters. Does one already also have like the interactable? Yes, they do. So I need to copy these. I know it might be a bit much. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Giant crane. Let's go to the prop crane. Then I don't need the trigger anymore, so I will just paste these as a child. Let's get it. Let's redo the model. Oh, this one's skilled. Right? So we'll have to do all transforms first. Now it moves up, obviously. Is it still at 0, 0? No, I do want it at 0. So the giant crane. Is it on the floor? Yes, it actually is on the floor. Right, let's have the floor model. Let's have that one over here. Spawn point. Let's have that over there. Minus 90. No. 90. Have it like so. Then let's take this one. See if this works. This might be, you know, like a super weird thing to do. Now I'm here. You know, hey, welcome. So this might feel like a bit weird, but you know, it's an easy way to sort of, I don't know, get around making like stairs and stuff like that. It's, you know, yeah, well, might not actually be ideal, but in this case, all right, let's get like the fence up and running. Huh. Might need to do that one. Oh, no, not that fence. I guess platform rails, what I called it. Yes, that is what I call it. I will give this a light. No, let's give it a contrasting color. Let's keep it dark. Like so. Let's zoom in. Do it like that. And then let's see. I think I might get away with using 2 of them and scaling them out a bit. Might actually want to scale them in a bit. Right, so now I'm just gonna copy those over to the other side. Take it on the other side. Wait. Why does it not want to center? Globe? Oh, now it does. I don't know what happened. Now I can sort of... Whoa! Oh, Unity again. Now I could sort of make these perfect. Let's see what happens. Oh, that is actually sort of fine, I guess. But now these won't ever. And if you didn't know, now you know. You can hold V to snap in Unity, as one would say. So we might actually need to scale this out a bit. I don't necessarily think this has to be perfect. If it's just in the general vicinity, then I think, given the fact that I can even say, oh, I'm gonna delete that one and that one because this whole thing is broken, I think I will be fine. Now, what I do want to add is some grass to this. Yeah, let's just finish it up right away. Do it the correct way, so we don't have to. Where's my long grass? Oh, there it is. Giant crane. Take the base. So we're not going to place it on that side. We're going to place it on this side. Hanging vines. 0, 0. You know, let's make it pretty. Oh. Let's make it pretty-ish straight away. Something like that. Love that. And so now we're gonna build a platform on top of this. 4 p.m. there. Oh, so you're 2 hours ahead. PM, yeah. All right, let's make a giant wooden thing that goes on top of here that, you know, can rotate. think. So I do want to have like stairs around that thing. So what I might actually do, let's see if I can hack something. Where are we? Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Why is it? It's not. Yeah. No, not the Sunken City. The Tide Watch. So I want the models of the buildings. And then I want a 12-12 slanted. Yes, that is exactly what I want. Do I have a wooden which is straight? Do I have that? 12-12 slanted. 18-18 slanted. Pointed roof. 40-40 flat. 18-18 flat. Is that wood? Yes, it is. I might actually just sort of stack. Oh. That might actually, then, oddly enough, that might actually work. So let's say 18 by 18 flat roof. Tide Watch outpost. Right, hear me out, hear me out. Now I say, call this giant crane body. Put it in the thing. So it will need like a bottom thing. Okay, let me get my stairs. Those are not stairs. So these are sort of like the perfect stairs. I have to bottom, mid, top. I have to hide those. So let's say I take these. I got like a oh yeah, let's say I get the raft base. Let's see if I can hack this, guys. I could make it like this. Just let's say, you know what? Let's say box collider. So this would be like a floor 1. Floor's not, that's not the correct word I'm looking for, but oh, I put the crane base in there. Why? The stair should be like, all right. Stair set. Then I will rotate this 90 degrees. Move this up as such. Do it again. 180 degrees. Now I might actually need to take my stairs. Not use the full, but only use the mid and the top. Perhaps even only the top. No, that doesn't reach. Take the mid as well. Let's see if this sort of... Oh, that is freakishly perfect. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but... Oh, that might actually be pretty cool already. Totally forgot to I think the jankiness of it works. Because it like looks janky. It's like, oh. Do kind of like it. Although something I could also do is instead of this use like the machine. Factory machine as its base. That might actually be even better. And it's not wood per se, but it does look cool. It's more metallic-ish. That might actually work even better. But do I keep the wooden stairs then? That's the thing. The base should just be outside of there. It's like, do I then use the... Oh, I do. Really like reusing this thing. I might even make the bottom orange, the top purple, or the bottom purple. Purple. Oof, I do really like this. I completely forgot about that thing for a second. Ooh, the wooden stairs actually work with that. I do feel, to be honest, that these might actually need to be as wide as the stairs are. To be completely honest. the only part that looks a bit weird is over here. That is because it... Does that really... Oh, no, that's fine. One thing I'm also then going to do is rotate this thing 90 degrees just so we don't have that seam over there. That is cool. Now I think for all of these things, and it's a shame Unity sort of doesn't no longer use or for some reason when I select like a game object and say parent 2, it used to always say do that for all the children as well, but it doesn't anymore, which I think is weird. Alright, but let's see. Let's just have this thing rotate. Let's have it in elastic. Yeah, round it to Y. 360. Just have it infinitely loop. Incremental. Let's do it relative. Should be in back then. In out back. No. Let's just make it linear. 360. This goes way too fast, but it's to prove a point, I guess, for me. Oh, yeah, crap. Yeah. So I cannot use do tween for this. I need to use the cog rotator, rotating cog, just for this. Does that work? Yeah, that works. 20 is fine. Let's see if this works. Ooh, that still doesn't really work. This works though. Then why doesn't that work? That is annoying. Oh, Carly is also skewing. Why is she? Oh, I know. Because she's parented to this thing, right? So the thing is, in order for Carly to actually rotate with stuff like this, and I want this to work, Carly has to be parented to the thing. What I do not know is why this does not work. Well, that might just be a bug. But the way do tween, so I use my own animator because the way do tween works, that just does not actually work. But the thing is, since this thing is scaled, and Carly scales. That is actually something I have not looked at before, which I think is interesting. Let me Google that. In Unity. No, Gemini, I don't have a question for you. In Unity, parent object, but not take parent scale. Scale parent, but don't scale children. No. Give object a parent without changing the scale. For anyone. Transform. API. Set parent. Set parent. Transform P. World position. If true, the parent, relative, position, scale, and rotation are modified such that the object keeps the same world space rotation and scale as before. So true then? Alright. Okay. Is it that easy? That feels like something I should have checked and might have checked before, but just doesn't work. Feels like something like that. Parent 2. Transform. True? Could it really be that simple? Could it? Could it be that simple? Just adding one bool? Adding one boolean? No, it definitely is not. See, she doesn't keep the same scale. She's most definitely scaled, and that is because this thing is scaled. See, it has a different scale. But it says, no, it says here, this method is the same as parent properly, set parent. This means, for example, if the game object was previously next to its parent, setting world position state to false will move the game object to be positioned next to the parent in the same way. So it should be false. Because I don't want it. Or does this... Whoa, yo, what happened? Whoa. Miniature Carly. Hello, I am miniature. No, but she still scales. Why is she miniature? Miniature. Oh, because this thing is miniature. So now... Don't set scale on parent, only on leave. No. Alright. Although, what happens if I do? What happens if I set Carly's scale to be 1-1? That basically seems to do nothing. Because Carly's scale is basically 1-1. Yeah, so that is a problem, right? It shouldn't be 1-1. It should be... Apparent constraints? Wait, what? What is this? Apparent constraint moves and rotates a game object as if it is the child of another game object. However, it offers certain advantages that make it possible. What? 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 Wait, what? That is some pretty cool. All right. Let's see if we can use that. Let's see how this works. Ooh, that is actually pretty cool. That's some new stuff. I like that. So, let's then find Carly. I guess it should be on Carly, right? Parent constraint. Whoa. Constraint settings. Position at rest. Freeze. So it should not freeze any of those. Sources. Let's see what happens. So let's say, for instance, right now, let's see if we can sort of manually do this first. Let's have Carly. Carly, source. Let's add this rotating thing. Crane body as a source. Does that do anything? Is active. So I don't necessarily see anything happen. Nothing necessarily happens. This thing is turning around, right? This is the thing turning. Yeah. Where's Carly? Here she is. Maybe I should read it, whatever. The sources. The list of game objects that constrain this game object. So if I say this one is in the list and I zero it, yeah, it goes over there. All right. I don't necessarily want to zero it. Yeah, alright, so now it sort of is. Alright. It's obviously glitching like hell. What if I lock this? Okay, so what does I need to read stuff. Lock. Toggle to let the constraint move and rotate the game object. Uncheck this property to edit the position and rotation of this game object. Oh, you can also edit the rotation. If active is checked, the constraint updates. When you're satisfied with the changes, check lock to let the constraint to control this game into property. This property has no effect in play mode. Oh, okay. A game object does not have to be a child. Specific weights. For example, if you place a sword in the hand of the character, add a place. If the source of this way, the movement of the sword is constrained to the position and the rotation of the. Alright, we could still try freeze position, but then I have a feeling I cannot. Let's zero it in on this one first. So I have a feeling I cannot. Yeah, see, I cannot move. So that I feel is a problem and not something I want. And if I don't freeze the positional axis, yeah, see, so now it rotates as I guess this thing rotates, so now it is as if I'm on top of here. But I can still move, but now I cannot rotate anymore. Yeah, so parent constraint is not what we're looking for. Yeah, so that one moves over there. Ah, would have been nice, or I'm not getting how this works, but I think that is not what I'm looking for. So let's see if we can find something else. Do not inherit the scale from an object. Scaling and heritage. Yeah, but set parent to true. I did that, but that basically does not. True. If true, the parent relative position, scale, and rotation are modified such that the object keeps the same world space position, rotation, and as before. Well, I guess, but it doesn't. Is there any other place I'm setting the parent? Parent to null. That opens the parent. No. So this is where I set the parent. So Matt, you're saying to save the local scale and then set it? I see, which is like she is most definitely scaled, right? So this one is like uniformly scaled, so that's. So but then, but it's like weird, right? Because what I'm not getting is this thing is also scaled. It is even non-uniformly scaled. But it is basically scaled in relation. So when Carly steps on it, you don't necessarily see it. But because this is scaled like non-uniform, you can see it starts to stretch and change her. Huh. Matt, let's just see if what you say works. Because if it works, why not? So we'll have a. Yeah, but sorry, I'm now reading what you're saying. I don't think that actually that's not gonna work, because the weird thing is Carly's scale does not actually change. So Carly's scale is actually... Oh wait, it is right. It isn't right now. Wait, what? Huh? But her scale was 1, 1, 1. But then when I set the local scale to 1, 1, 1, that also didn't work. Wait. So we get her local scale. Now her scale isn't 1, 1. Which is weird, because now her scale is 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. But she is still within the parent. And since this one is a bit larger, or a bit smaller, then her relative scale becomes that. So shouldn't this be... You cannot set like the scale, right? You can only set the local scale. Yeah. Alright, well, why not? Vector 3 OG scale is transformed by local scale. That's what you're saying, right? Yeah. Let's see if that works. So I'm saving the local scale, but then the local scale would just be 1, 1, right? And then I set it back to be 1, 1. Yeah, see? So now we still have the same problem. Because her scale is 1, 1. Oh man, that really sucks. I'll have to look into this. For now, I can just keep it like this. Yeah, so basically the problem is these things. If I set them to be like this, then everything is fine. I can even have them be... Could I make a empty parent? This parent is 1, 1, and I'll parent it to that instead of to this. Wait, does that work? No, because then it doesn't move, because that... Oh, well, but that parent also moves, right? Alright, so I should give this one the box collider and make it like 10, 10, 10. Oh, it's because... Is that so? Is it because it does not have a collider, or... Ah, crap. Or because its center point was different? I wonder. Yeah, so I don't think it has to do with the collider, but it has to do with its pivot point, which is over there. So this thing will have to go to 0, 0, 0. Then let's say we'll move it back. We'll just try a couple of things. Let's see. No. Why not? I honestly don't understand. So is it the fact that this doesn't have a box collider? hate that. You're a ruffian. Alright, so now it should technically be a platform. And now I am parented to it. And I do have the proper scale. So I might just fix it like that. It's not ideal, but it works. It's not ideal, but it works. And if something works, then you should not mess with it. So basically right now I should not scale that one. I should scale this one. And place this thing in the correct position. Such, and then I'll say, all right, get this thing moving, body moving, body moving. Right, I'll say, okay, here you have another platform. Let's rotate it just to make things a bit more interesting. That I could then actually do the same for the machine. Give the factory machine an empty parent. Let's say this is the machine. This one has a 0, 0. Give it a box collider. I take this one as you need to parent to this thing instead of to that thing. I'll say, all right. Let's make this thing as such. Now I'll say to the machine. You can just remove that, untag that. Now we should always have perfect scale and perfect thing. You know, why not? Still have this weird thing with this happening. Which I don't know. All right, I'll do one thing and then I almost have to go get some kids. So now that we have this giant crane, well, we also have a machine, which is then pretty cool because I can just start popping stuff in this. I will make sort of a platform on top of this as well. Oh, why not do that right now? I have a dock, right? A 36 by 36 dock. Ooh, that's old stuff. That is old stuff. Let's see. Oh, I'm actually wondering if that works then, but whatever. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the Sunken City dock prefab, 18 by 18. Oh, it's on pillars. I actually kind of like that. So say I pop this one in here, but this one has a mesh collider, which I will remove, and I'll give this one a box collider. Does this still work? I don't know. Let's test it out. Ooh, it doesn't even rotate. Why not? It is in the machine, right? That is because it is static. Foolish me. Nah. But I can actually get parented to this one. So in that case, that sort of defeats the purpose of having this one, but you know. So I won't, and I will then give this one the box color back. This should also work. This is, huh? Yeah, that's fine. All right, now the toggle lever. Toggle. Factory toggle lever? No, just use a normal toggle lever. I think I want to have 2. One to control direction and one to control the actual stuff happening. So I have to go into my giant crane, to my rotating cog, and I have to add some functions because I basically made this super simple. So you guys can actually sort of see what's happening. Public void set direction. Then I will say reverse equals not reverse. So what that does is that basically reverses the direction. Let's call it then reverse direction. And here I want to say let's add a boolean. Private bool it is always true. And I'll say here if you're not active, you should not do anything, and then I will say a set toggle active, and I will set is active to not is active. I'll also call that toggle direction. All right, so it always starts active. That's fine. We need to do this in code because do tween, rotates the transform and not the object itself. All right, so now we have 2 of them. 2 of them things. We'll say to the giant oh wait, we'll have to, no, I'll make it a serialized field. Because now I can actually say, I am early today, Alex. I'm also wrapping up already again. But yeah, no, I am early. So let's take the first one and let's make that so for the giant crane. We'll have it automatically return and then say rotating cog toggle active. Yeah, and then for the other one, let's also have that always return, and then we'll say to the crane rotating cog toggle direction. And so now, oh, sorry guys, say to the giant crane, don't reverse, don't be active. Yeah. So now when I hit this one, it will start moving. It will stop. Now it will start moving the other way. And I basically made a crane which can move, which is amazing. I will actually, I think for this, make sort of a specific, like more of a control panel. I think that would be much cooler than having like the standard lever there. But I do like the fact that it is working already. So now it is moving, changing direction. Oh man, I love like these. Oh yeah, so that's a bit of a problem. I love these modular systems and stuff like that. And Unity events. I'm in love with Unity events. could actually say that also when you change direction that it starts moving. I might actually have like a big light here on the side going. And of course this thing should like, it has a move speed now of 20. It should be like 5, right? It should be super slow because it's like a giant thing. You know, and then since I have this thing like dust poof, no, like add a dust poof here in the giant crane. Let's make it giant. Oh, I'm in play mode. Don't do that. Dusty dirty poof. Dirty poof. Da 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 dirty poof. Let's call it VFX. Let's say this one's like 15. It's like a giant. Could have that here at the bottom. Oh, it should be even bigger. Restart. Right? So I have that. I'll say, don't say play on awake. Stop action, none. Now I could actually just toggle lever. Yeah, this one, I will call this one the activate, just so we can keep them apart. Just as soon as you sort of toggle the thing, I'll say dust poof, particle system play. You know, and now as soon as you, I'm not actually sure if you'll see it, but see, it actually does a lot of a poof. I like that. I like that. And it could actually like have different sound effects, because now of course obviously you only hear like the clicking of the thing, but this might actually, you know what, what you might actually have, let's do that. Let's do that. This is the last thing I'll do. Then I'm gonna yeah, I almost need to get the kids. Yep. Sorry kids, Dad was late because I was making a game. I guess they're technically used to that. Yeah, let's get this one. Let's just get that one. Iron Wastelands. Let's go to the, oh, not the thing. The machine. We'll paste it underneath here. Freestanding cog. Have it at 1. This thing here does actually need to. So let's say you have like this big cog right here. It might actually stick out like this, and then you might actually have another one, which is sort of right here, which also looks cool, and that one is in reverse. So now they are both spinning. And so then what we can say, and that's the cool thing of this, so as soon as you toggle the reverse thing, then I will get this cog, and then I will get this cog, and then I'll say rotating cog toggle direction, rotating cog toggle direction. And so now you actually have these things, and they're both see, so you can see a little bit better. They're actually going in this direction, and now when you toggle them, they actually go in a different direction. That is freaking awesome, right? That way you could sort of tell, because now it's going in the other way. And now it's going this way. Oh man, I love that. I love stuff like that. I love that. And I'll keep it at that, everyone. Yeah, I really like stuff like that. I might actually even have what I could do. Let's see if that works. I could have this one here around the corner, right? Just have it like that. Excuse me, guys. That works, right? Yeah. Does that look better? No, I like them at one point. Of course, they don't do anything right, and perhaps even their positioning is a bit odd. But it's a game. I'm also moving the water. Not sure why, but you know, not everything has to make perfect sense. Could actually have one here, which sort of indicates why it's rotating around. Oh. So these are like the pillars of that thing. Huh. That is interesting. I might actually want to hide those. Huh. Yeah, I know it's always running, which, you know, I think gives it a bit of visual flair and a bit of life to the world, even though the machine itself is not running. But the machine could be like, what this could do is this could like be like a, what's it called? Like a clutch. So the gears are actually always running, but internally there's a gear being pushed in and out. You know, I can reason why it's always moving, but not actually moving, right? But the thing is, I just think it looks cool, and that is the most important thing, I think. Yeah, so we'll have to make a crane out of it. We'll build a house on top of it. Maybe even do something like this, so that you get... Is that cool? So that you sort of get the vibe. Well, you can't really see inside then anymore, but... Oh, and I put a box collider on it. Yeah. This might not actually be the... Be the way it should work, but I think I will build like sort of a house on top of it, and of course it needs a giant like crane arm, something to rotate, which will move around, and then it will need some form of structure, because otherwise it cannot be oh wait, why did I, you know, because otherwise this cannot possibly exist within the realm of physics and stuff like that. So we'll do that. Let's not delete everything we've done. So we'll do that in the next one, but we at least sort of have a giant crane. Let me... I find it really hard to, when I'm enthusiastic but need to go, to put stuff away. I don't know if you guys have the same, but I need to put it in the right position, which is somewhere about here. Yes. Then I will have to let it go, because I will need to leave. All right, so I would like to thank everyone for dropping by on this afternoon stream. Made some cool stuff. Absolutely love it. Thank you all for being here. If you're starting your day, have a great day. I hope it's a productive day. I hope you make lots of cool stuff, do lots of cool things. Call your mother, and I will see you in the next one.